stroke like a specimen in amber. Who can help but wonder who, how, where, when, why the body isn't talking? Who, how, where, when, why? I'll talk. I know who, how, where, when, why. I was there at the beginning. You would not have known me then. I didn't know myself. I was a tax collector for the Inland Revenue. This is the street. That morning I'd been sent to collect from a defaulter who'd lived in hiding for 30 years, a total recluse. In this quiet cul-de-sac, hidden off the beaten track, a single woman has somehow escaped detection until now. Smoke escaping from a vent indicates a resident. Line the numbers up in rows, calculate the debt she owes. Oh,
please step quickly in. I'm not used to the light.
my name is Forecast from Inland Revenue. We have no record of your ever paying taxes, rates, or rent.
But I don't live in your country.
Oh, where do you live?
In my country, in Camera, in here. When you enter this room, you cross a border. Another order prevails. When you enter this room in defiance of logic, an order of magic prevails. Outside and inside, like oil and water, repulse one another like daylight and dream. entered into camera, ready to embark, as if I were Noah, and camera the ark. I sealed the doors and windows, and made the timbers watertight. 30 years ago I gave myself the honor to sever all connections with the world. I steered her out into the current where my dreams flowed swiftest. The world shrank away to nothing in her wake. Camera expanded. Now Camera is a country, her borders still enlarging. The United States of Camera, and I'm captain of that ship of state. I am sovereign, pope and parliament, and entire population of an independent nation. These carpets are my native soil. My motto is exempt.
You have the temerity.
Right here, and I have the impertinence right here. Camera exists outside the flow of time. Exemption and temerity are in the very air of Camera.
Your exemption is not recognized by us. Now look, Ms.
Melusina.
Melusina. Well, I calculate you owe 100,000 in back taxes, a first installment now, and your signature on some papers will save us both a lot of trouble.
For 30 years I lived alone in Camera, deep in the interior. I was far from the world, but I never felt alone. As marooned as Crusoe, but I never felt alone. Having no one else to talk to, I talked to the walls, and the walls of Camera answered with no voices unanimous. I have given up trying to decide if Camera is my creation or my discovery. Its origins are hazy. It is even possible that Camera, wanting to know itself, created me out of thin air to be its witness, to take inventory, to label every item, to chart its contours in an atlas. A delectable breeze with no detectable source. Ignorance is a treasure not to be squandered. I prefer not to know. I prefer to imagine. For instance, a windmill, I imagine a mill where wind is made. I imagine these airborne mills stirring up the breezes to fill Camara's sails. Camara's sails.
This is a cemetery. Who's buried here?
Ghosts grow in this garden, that's all I know.
I've come into a country that is no longer here and not yet there. I must be drugged or dreaming. I don't believe my eyes. Among all these enigmas, there are things I recognize, things that I remember. From the house where I was born, the corner where I hid as a child, where I picked dust from the cracks in the floor with a pin and destroyed one by one all the objects in the world by learning their names. I am being drawn into a past beyond memory. This is the artery that fed me in my mother's womb. I am returning to the source. I am coming home. It's so dark in here.
It's been night in here for years. It's been a single moment, the same nocturnal moment for 30 years. Inside Camera has been outside time, outside the flow of time, but the seal is now broken. Day breaks in Camera. Your coming heralds the dawn, and time has come, the faintest whiff of it, clinging to your clothes. Camera is rising, ascending from the deep, up into the flow of time.
Marches with manifold doses, ending of peace, no mark.
The clock said door 6. A prescribed amount of darkness must be let out, and a prescribed amount of time let in.
It's stifling in here. If I were you, I'd open them all. Here, let me.
No, too much time would get in if I come up from the depth too fast. I'll get the best. process must be gradual. When the clock tells me it's safe, I leave camera to seek my fortune in the world.
To seek your fortune in the world? Why, you have everything.
Why, it's not my decision. It's the law, it's instinctive. Head for the light. I don't ask why. Does a horse ask why when it hatches from the shell?
What shell?
The eggshell.
Horses don't hatch from eggs. Melusina, you know nothing of the world. It's a perilous place. You're better off in here, secret, secure.
I will leave when the clock tells me, when camera compels me.
Tells you, compels you, you mean when camera expels you.
It's possible that camera, wanting to know itself, created me out of thin air. If I'm camera's creation, maybe camera is curious to see how I'll perform in your perilous world that I know nothing of. Can I meet the perils? What sort of choices will I make? Camera will be watching every step I take.
Oh, excuse me, the heat. I haven't been sleeping well.
Seeing you yawn made me yawn. I never knew yawns were contagious. Contact is wonderful. To commemorate your visit, let me take your portrait.
A photograph, but shouldn't I face the lens?
This is a psychographic camera. It will fix on psychosensitive film the subtle ghost of your innermost thought. Relax, breathe deeply. Empty your mind. Be careful who you show it to. A psychographic portrait is an intimate record of your true nature. Naked.
It's painful, beautiful. I'd forgotten, now I remember. My darkness, my candle power, my nativity influence, my entombment under stones. I recognize myself in this better than in my own bathroom mirror. I can hear again gentle music of passing things. I see again, I feel again, and what I feel is you'd better see for yourself.
Well, I see you're grateful. Don't thank me. Thank camera, where such unlikely things can happen. Even two ducks in space
it's germinating like a seed. My feeling for you, I am under an enchantment, Melusina. Am I falling in love with you? Or with the realm you've drawn me into?
Forecast am I drawn to you, or to the world whose dust clings to you, whose anxiety still electrify you, whose summer morning you just stepped out of.
I just stepped into,
Steeped in its chronology.
when I entered this room.
You crossed a border, another order prevailed when you entered this room in
Defiance of logic,
an order of magic
prevailed.
outside and inside, like oil and water, repulse one another like daylight and dreams.
It seems so long ago, so far away. It would be pleasant to forget that I was sent with strict instructions to collect a certain debt. If I return empty-handed, they'll be able to evict you. Hardwick enjoys levying distress. I'm afraid, I fear for you, Melusina, unless I take some trophy back with me, some object with a value even she can recognize.
The crown jewel of Camra. Here, take this if you really think it can help us.
When can I see you again? May I have your permission to return?
You're always welcome here, always.
To Hardwick's office at the Inland Revenue with the means as I thought to settle Melusina's debt.
A false check is placed against
I thought to settle Melusina's debt.
checks to a higher price, 14 and a quarter cent. To a higher price, 200,000.
The jewel would more than cover Melusina's debt. A dread would be lifted lifted from my heart. I'd bring the good news back to camera. I'd say they've dropped the case against you. I'd say no one will molest you. A dread would be lifted from my heart. The dread of what they'd do if they got their hands on camera. With the means as I thought to settle Melusina's debt.
Oh, you murder mocking me! If you're mocking me, you must be mad! You expect me to believe that this was once a jewel?
But Miss Hardwick, it was till you touched it. You saw it for yourself. You saw its facets flashing, a 50-carat diamond, worth 10 times what Melusina owes.
You call her Melusina, this criminal recluse, who tried to bribe us with a pile of sand. She has bewitched you into thinking that she's sovereign, the sovereign of an independent nation, that she deserves exemption. Are you mad or mocking me? Silence! Were you able to extract a penny of the debt she owes? Did you get her signature on binding legal documents? Don't answer! I can see the failure in your face! Taft, come in here. You've been listening.
I heard every word.
Good! You share my suspicion about this case.
It's a clear case of insider dealing. No, you don't understand.
Silence! Taft! I'm dispatching you to deal with this.
The prospect makes me shiver with anticipated pleasure. Melusina will regret a dereliction. Careful forecast, you're walking in your sleep. Your dream, you're a solid ground, but your steps have brought you to the edge of an abyss.
Exit, Mr. Taft. He has no peer. Many are cold, but few are frozen. Taft is Arctic to the core, the core. While you temporary sentiments, Taft is as immutable as the stars. With such a paragon to enforce the law, what need have we of you?
But I...
Silence! You finished me! You
Door 29 in the north face. Academy with Davenport. No mark.
The light of the world, how unlike the thin phosphorescence I'm used to. The light of the world, fat with frequencies and wavelengths, unknown Lovely, the light of the world. Though I'm still allergic to it.
Who, how, where, when, why? Now the prison's on the outside, and I've lost my way back in. I've lost the key to Camera, where liberty's at large, where all borders are abolished, where all boundaries dissolved. My mind has lost its homeland. My spirit drifts without direction. Who, how, where, when, why?
What was that? Someone's there. It's forecast. He kept his word. He's back. Welcome, friend. In honor of your safe return, I'll perform a trick for you. I've heard that gifts of flowers between friends are a custom in the world. Wait there, watch this, nothing up my sleeve. When a poet says a
Flowers wither where I walk.
what is she evoking?
Flowers are for
A
funerals.
flower absent from all bouquets.
Their perfume on the summer breeze makes me gag.
Which rises before our mind from the mere fact of naming it.
The exhibition of their private parts repels me.
Here in Camera, with the aid of this generator, I can make a flower out of thin air. Of course, it's my idea of flower that I make. It might not be yours.
I'm from the Inland Revenue.
Who are you? Where's forecast? Why don't you speak? Has something happened to him? Tell me.
Focused is fired.
Fired? No.
What was Camera, a chimera, and Melusina, a mirage, unreal. But I saw them clearly. So what does that make me? A madman! The portrait Melusina took of my true nature, naked, I'd forgotten, now I remember. This will be my compass, it will guide me back to Camera. Melusina, friend, I'll find you. Focused was weak. He got the sack. He'll not return. Now you have to deal with me.
My name is Taft, and I'm an altogether different kettle of fish.
Poor forecast, what was in the sack? How did you become a kettle? Is this all a trick? Why do you speak in riddles? I see forecast burning.
I warn you, don't make me lose my temper.
Forecast friend, I'll find you.
Melusina, it's unsafe to leave. You're not a climber type.
My exemption is withdrawn. I feel as suffering as my own. It was thanks to forecast that the most beautiful thing in camera, though lost, was found again.
The most valuable thing in camera.
Let me go.
Stay right there, or else you must pay what you owe.
Melusina!
First I need to list your assets.
List my assets, I don't understand.
Your assets must be frozen. I have a warrant. I can seize what I please and freeze it by the power invested in me. I order you to surrender the most valuable thing in camera.
So you can freeze it, never.
So I can freeze it forever. Freeze! I said freeze, and it froze. Now these, now those. Freeze, freeze! Surrender it to me, the most valuable thing.
No!
By the power invested in me, by order of the custodians on behalf of decorators, following injunctions against your huge default, is this it?
No!
Don't try to hide it, I will find it. By the power invested in me, merchandise for urgent cash liquidation to mitigate substantial debts. Is this it?
No!
My sixth sense will lead me to it. My Midas touch will freeze it. You want capital gains and income tax, the interest alone will leave your destitute for life. Unless you tell me where it is, what it is, the most valuable thing, the most significant asset.
No, Melusina, you're not ready to leave.
Fisher by Dogger, but others point standing, what plays into fate?
Melusina asked for water, which I brought her. Melusina asked for paper and a quill. She dipped her pen into a potion and wrote a melody. The echoes sang. The water washed the notes away. The tincture ran into a glass. Then holding her nose, Melusina drank the
Taft is still at large in here. Camera brings what is latent to light. It saw the life in you. It saw the death in Taft. The death in him grows stronger. With each new thing he freezes. From room to room he searches. From floor to floor, freezing everything he touches.
Everything he touches. What's he searching for?
The most precious thing in Camera.
Door 60 in the northeast. Doors forward 1.
It's almost time. Minutes from now, I'll be leaving. Camera will have risen, and I'll be acclimatized. The moment I've been waiting for. Taft, he's on the floor above us. I'll reveal what he's searching for. He wouldn't know it if he saw it. The most precious thing in Camera. Rarest of all the marvels I've discovered in 30 years of excavation, and it's thanks to you I found it.
Thanks to me?
Door 99 in the northeast. Stand by to service.
Lovely, the light of the world.
Camera will submerge again in 60 seconds. Repeat in 60 seconds. Disembark, disembark.
Hurry, Melusina! It's time to go! Keep away! Don't touch me!
All right, Melusina. I'll count to 10. If your most valuable asset isn't mine by then, I'll have no option but to freeze your friend. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Disembark, Melusina. You have 40 seconds left. Doors 1 through 89. Multiple mango commence countdown. March. Mesh. Pack. Bell. Urge. Pass. Roll.
5, 6, 7. You're trapped, Melusina. I only have to squeeze and say freeze, and forecast will be frozen like a bag of peas. His vital signs are arrested. My patience has been tested. Give in, Melusina. All you have is death on your conscience for life.
I'm leaving Camera according to plan. I don't ask why. It's instinctive. Head for the light. You can no more stop my leaving than you could stop the sun from rising.
Run, Melusina! Remember you're exempt! No guilt, no allegiance, no regret! Run, Melusina!
Rack. 10, 3, 4. Jaw. Koi. True. Hand.
has been branded.
Thus hate took at February all yours to ram home soup down fort goose hot jam get king cold shed silk grand home chip hot king chip glass full
I am camera for all my apertures and doors. You are the only exit.
Oh, sacrifice is meaningless. The lost act in a lifetime of meaningless acts. Like all seekers of ultimate truth, you are blind to the facts. I'll make you regret every dream you ever dreamt. You owe the world a debt. No one is exempt.
Who, how, where, when, why? Now you know as much as I. All that was 30 years ago. Who, how, where, when, why? The body of a swimmer, frozen in mid-stroke, like a specimen in amber. Who can help but wonder? Who, how, where, when, why? The body isn't talking. Melusina, my frozen friend, does not decay. I cannot help but wonder, what was it, what is it that Taft sought, that she wanted to show me? Then it must be precious indeed. I believe that when I find it, whatever it may be, my finding it will free her. Then she and I will live in camera together as two solitudes that protect and border and salute each other.